And already we're seeing flyers all over. I'm sure you've seen some yourself of the outcome of your latest survey. Explain to us exactly what type of survey you conducted this time around, how far you went.
This time around, we deployed 3 modes. We sampled about 1,000 people online using our online tools. We also sampled about 1,500 over the telephone. The voters, we had their numbers for years, and we called them and we spoke to them. We also deployed nearly 7,500 or so in the field, face-to-face, in 84 constituencies. So when we finished the work, we combined the results of all these 3 modes, and that's what we are seeing in the report.
And what were the issues that you raised with these respondents?
No, there are standing questions we ask every time we go. And those questions, we track them and we compare the results of this time to last time. So we talk about the direction of the country. We talk about the approval of the president, the performance of the government as a whole, the state of corruption today, the standard of living, and other issues. These are the top issues that we asking them. But as and when there are topical issues around, we keep those in and we see what views they would express.
And I'll come to some of those topical issues you address in this particular survey. But on the matter of the direction of the country, approval of the president, state of corruption, standard of living, among others, what are the people telling you?
So generally, we've seen significant improvement in the number of people who are saying that Ghana is now headed in the right direction. Close to 70% of Ghanaians are saying that we are now headed in the right direction. This is the highest we've seen for more than 3-4 years. And then you look at regional basis, across every region, they are saying right direction, except by Ashanti, where a small number are saying that this wrong direction. When it comes to the performance of the president, his job approval, it's now in the 73%. And this time around, every region says they approve the way he's doing his job. So this is unprecedented. We've never seen this in our polling history before. For the first time, every region, including Ashanti, has been the managed before.
That's quite interesting because you're saying that the same Ashanti region where you said they differ with the public when it comes to the direction of the country do have a positive response when it comes to the approval of the president?
Yes. But because the two are not the same, the direction of the country has been independent. So people's view is not just about today, but everything that has happened to us and going forward. So that is much more subjective to the current president.
And of course, when it comes to the current government and the way they are doing their job, what kind of outcomes are you getting?
The government is riding high, the whole. Even compared to the previous days, a lot of people are saying that they are doing very good compared to April figures that we published. Generally, the government is really on the steroids in terms of approval, alongside the president.
Is there any of the indicators that the government should be worried about based on the survey you've done?
I mean, we asked the people to meet the government on some key areas: Galamsey, economy, Dumso, and other places. I think their low scoring point is on Dumso and job creation.
Dumso and job creation?
Yes. Even though they perform above average, it is still their lowest point.
Okay. So generally, people are not so impressed as yet on dealing with the matter of Dumso.
No, it's not they're not impressed. It's above average.
Okay, above average.
Yes, but not impressive. It means that you have to improve it.
And you mentioned Galamsey. How do people feel about the way Galamsey is being tackled?
I think they said it's being tackled satisfactorily, according to them. They approve of the way John Mahama is fighting Galamsey. About 65% approve and 24% disapprove. 11% have no opinion. So it's quite hard, even though people are complaining.
65% approval?
Yes. in the way he's fighting Galamsey.
And I guess because yourself, I'm sure you've been engaged in many conversations on things about the way the public feels about some of these things. Do the results surprise you?
No, normally I don't follow public sentiment on TV and radio to form opinion. I would like to talk to people directly. I mean, normally when you speak to people, it's a different story.
Then there's something else you've been doing. It looks like you are entering the two parties. Well, the NDC has not announced a date yet, but the MPP certainly are on the road towards a presidential primaries if nothing else changes. It looks like you've also been looking at voters' preference and all within the their parties and outside their parties for the major candidates who have announced their intentions of running. Let's start with the MPP. Who is the tide favoring?
I think at this point, if nothing changes, it's likely going to be Bawumia because it's preferred by close to 50% of all votes and about 70% of MPP voters. And that's a very comfortable place to be. The subject to the alignment of delegates' views with the general voters and MPP voters.
Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia.
Yes.
Interesting. For the first time, did you ask them why?
No, we don't ask why. That's somebody's job.
I see. Who is, aside Dr. Who is closest behind Dr. Bawumia?
It's Canadian Japan, of course. He is around 23%. He's seen a bit of drop compared to last time of 2%. Followed by Educhum.
Is that followed by who?
Educhum.
Educhum.
Yes.
Brian Champong?
Brian Champong is behind Patrick Boama.
Oh, Patrick Boama's name has entered the race.
Yeah, we know we work on speculation. Until you say you do yourself out, we'll keep your name there. So we based on speculation, his name is there, and his.
Okay, so based on the speculation, you mentioned the name of Dr. Bawumia, you mentioned the name of Kennedy Japan, Brian Champong, Educhum, Patrick Boama. Is there anybody else in there? Or those five?
It's a long list. We have Sutamewu, name is there. Abna Asari, name is there. It's a long list. Just that their numbers did not warrant them to be shown on the chart. So they are among the others.
I see. Quite interesting. You said you've seen a drop for Kennedy Japan. Who is performing very well in this particular survey?
I think they all dropped except the new entrant, which is Patrick Boama, who came from nowhere, is now on 4%. But Bawumia obviously was the ultimate gainer from the drops that we saw from Kennedy and Educhum.
I see. Very interesting. So Patrick Boama has jumped in and already is doing so well.
He hasn't jumped in, we put him in.
Okay, because if you ask me, I would even have said Patrick Boama is not running because he's not giving any indication. But anyway, but that's nice to know. Nice to know that the sentiments are trending somewhere towards someone like him. But you are also within the National Democratic Congress. Is it based on the same speculations?
Yes, based on the same speculations. Nobody has made any announcement. But we have added one and one together, and we figured out some of the people that may go. And others, we don't want to take them out, even though they haven't said they won't go. We want to see how they fare, so that we will not be seen for taking anybody out.
Theirs will sing to go for the long haul, maybe even 2027 before the primaries will be held. But so far, who is the tide favoring?
It's a three-horse race. Nobody is a clear winner in NDC at the moment. The public is split about who is NDC. But at the moment, Haruna Biswas is cleanly over General Mosquito. And closely behind them is Honorable supporting the finance minister, who we don't even know whether he has interest, but we are speculating. And fourth is Honorable Julius Zebra, And I think for the Zebra, there's no doubt that he's going to contest. He and Mosquito have no doubt that they will contest. Behind Julius is Aboagye. We don't know what he is doing, but his name is just to test the waters. And then Rolling Senator is also there featuring. The rest are performing below 1%, so we put all them together into others.
From the last survey, because I realize it's not the first time you're doing an NDC race, from the last survey and this one, who has gained the most?
General Mosquito has gained, moving from 13% to around 50%. That's double of his number. I think what happened is that in the last survey, we had Benan in the race. For some reason, her process was taking her out, and her votes are realigned to the other country. The next person that gained votes after Mosquito is Honorable Aboagye.
Oh, I see. And I'm so looking through the work, what jumps at you the most? Because you're talking about governance through to the races within the various political parties. Before we get there, on the matter of corruption, how does the public feel? Specifically,
generally, there is perceived impression that corruption levels are coming down. Those who believe that it is getting worse has declined its lowest number of schemes. Those who believe that the government is doing enough in fighting corruption is increasing. And also, you can see the overall impact of this perception on state institutions that are completely corrupt. Even though we haven't changed in terms of corruption that much, but the overall score compared to last month is improving. Everybody has improved, including the police service, which is a good thing. And there is corrupt institutions now in the country is the ministers, government appointees, and the president. The list is corrupt.
The list corrupt?
Yes.
Ministers, so the president and his appointees?
Yes.
That's quite an interesting one.
It's never happened before.
Yeah, because you're saying that Ghanaians feel the least corrupt group are the political appointees.
And then the presidency.
Oh, I see. That's why you said their outcomes are on steroids.
I mean, it is very shocking for this kind of creation. Remember, in 2024, the Apple Barometer had the presidency as number one.
There's a question from Echo Men's who says, where is Eric Opoku? Is he somewhere in there?
Yes, he's doing below 0.5%.
Oh, doing below 0.5%?
Yes.
I see. Always a pleasure talking to you. Thank you very much.
It's my pleasure.
This is Musa Dankwah, who is Executive Director, Global Info Analytics, joining us on the line. He says these numbers are quite interesting numbers. To be very frank, for Ghanaians to be of the opinion that of all the institutions, the people who are least corrupt, President and his appointees, is shocking. Because if you're listing corrupt people, the only people who have a history, and because of our constant interaction with them, is the police. They are the undisputed champions when it comes to corruption tables. I don't know why they're always on top. But usually people never have the opinion that the least corrupt people are the politicians. Never. But for the first time, at the beginning of this administration, the survey is saying Ghanaians feel that the least corrupt people are the president and his appointees. So which means that they are doing something that people are happy about in terms of how people see it. So it is something that they can work on and improve on. We'll take a break. When we come back, Nancy has the raw data. We will talk about it a bit more. And then perhaps we'll have a conversation. We're hoping we'll have but we'll speak to you. What you think about the things that we're hearing. SM is here. Does SM think that the least corrupt people are the president and his appointees, all those things. So we'll look at the fine numbers, what they're saying, and then we'll also talk about something that we haven't talked about in a while, the race within the NDC. Who is interested? Maybe we'll tell you what we know. Maybe we haven't decided yet. We'll be back after this break.